do this. So. Okay, I have to deal with this guy first. And there we go. A lot of people are hating on Helluva Boss right now. I get it. Like some of the things aren't as narratively complex as people thought they were. Like everyone was saying, oh, like Blitz is a tragic character and all that. But now people are saying, wow, this stuff doesn't really seem planned out right. It most likely is planned out. It's just not planned out in a way that, say, Gravity Falls was planned out. You were leading up to a satisfactory conclusion in the second season. The creators of Helluva Boss have already stated that it's gonna be like 4 seasons. So it kind of makes sense why a lot of stuff isn't progressing as fast as you think they should. We're still gonna be in the will they, won't they of Stolas and Blitz. Millie isn't gonna get an episode yet, and that whole complaint kind of doesn't make sense because Millie is technically the last person they came up with for the series. You might be thinking, well, she's still a main character, yeah, but she's also the most well-adjusted and the least, finding out. Like, Luna was, nearly 17 when Blitz adopted her, and she was and had obvious behavior issues. Blitz is a bundle of issues. Stolas is dealing with the cheating and his feelings for Blitz. Moxie has a shit ton of insecurities. What does Millie have that makes her interesting? Nothing too obvious. Like, Moxie is a little obvious because he's always ridiculed by Blitz, and that could lead to insecurities. And then you can expand on that with his family and all that. Luna is very violent, and Blitz's weird fascination with family can lead to a ton of issues. So yeah, it makes sense why those guys have obvious character manipulation. Then you add on Blitz's ex-friends and stuff, and old rivals and crap, and that can make it, that adds to it. It just takes time, but many people are way too impatient, and that's simply because they waited months and years to get a new episode. I mean, it nearly took the entire year, till September, for a new episode just to come out. Last year in 2022. And everyone was still waiting for episode 8, freaked out when episode 8 was basically delayed because of legal troubles, and now people get why they had legal troubles. But many people were thinking that, oh yeah, this will explain why Blitz and Stolas were totally cool with each other. This will explain everything, and it really didn't. It just kind of explored that, oh yeah, Blitz had a shitty night, and expanded on how shitty it actually was, and only really expanded on the fact that Luna and Blitz were close to appreciating Blitz and Luna. I think that's all episode 8 did. It makes sense why it was a celebration more than a continuation, even though that's what it was originally called. And why they basically changed it so no one would get confused. And it does make sense why the newer episodes aren't jiving with people as much as season 1. Mainly because of the fact that, one, some of these people are more casual than, let's be honest, like diehards who kind of understand these characters' psychologies at this point. Like, who make full-blown analysis videos about their psychologies, like Moxie and Blitz and Stolas. And it makes perfect sense why, but the fact is that many casual people don't care about that. All they care about is, well, understanding what's going on. And they're not really getting that with this. They're more just being like, wait, what? What's going on? Wait, they're childhood friends? And I have one thing about this complaint that doesn't make sense and kind of seems over-analytic. If you guys are like so certain that Stella was supposed to have like a deeper character from one picture where she looked like she had a forced smile on, how about this? Like, before season 2 came out, why would Stolas see Blitz to where Blitz would seduce him if he didn't already know him? Like, sure, you could say that maybe Blitz was a bodyguard for Stolas, but I mean, like, why would he need a bodyguard? He doesn't, like, he would have used bodyguards for, like, Ruland instead of just calling Blitz. And it didn't even seem like Olivia knew, like his family knew who Blitz was, and just knew him as an imp that fucked him. Like, makes perfect, like, the childhood friend angle is a trope, yes, but it actually kind of makes, like, the entire situation that Blitz and women are in make a little bit more sense of starting. I'm never wondering, well, how does that work? Because simply, Stolas would have basically no reason to actually, like, be in a room alone with Blitz. He would basically have no reason to do so. Like, sure, he had imp servants, but at this point, Blitz was trying to start his company, and was only basically had to steal the book to, get it. Wasn't to, like just to be with Stolas. No, he wanted to get the book. But, why would Stolas even do that? I mean, it wasn't shown that he was attracted to just imp men in general. Like, sure, he likes imps, but I was like, later on. Like, sure, he likes watching imp soap operas, but maybe that's just like his favorite show that just so happens to be around imps. It wasn't until like season 2, episode 1 that basically revealed that he was already had an affinity for imps with all the imp posters he had. And that was the same episode that revealed that they're childhood friends. Yeah, I can overanalyze shit too. People just complain about the stupidity of them being childhood friends. And yeah, they want like Helluva Boss to be smartly written, but just one problem with that: it's a comedy. It isn't supposed to have. It's not really supposed to have Galaxy Brain like drama made from it. Like, sure, it still has drama, but it's kind of like Gravity Falls having drama. it's still a kid show. It's not gonna. It's still gonna have like the dumb twin reveal, like there was a twin of him all along, but you still like it because simply the characters were good enough and were already hinted at in season 1. That's the only reason people don't like it. That just was a retcon. But unlike, say, a dumb retcon, like, you know, most comic book retcons, this is kind of more of a smart retcon because they probably thought, and I'm just talking on my own, wait, why would Stolas allow Blitz to sleep with him? Because it wasn't like Blitz just, like, got the idea that night to steal the book. Like, he would have to know where the book came from. Like, he's someone that can't even spell. How the hell would he know that Stolas had a book like this? Unless, like, it was just wildly known, which might be true, but they're also royals, and Blitz is basically a plebeian, in Stella's own words. So, technically, like, he wouldn't have known. He'd probably just know stories. Like Moxley calls Stolas like his highness all the time. Doesn't call him Stolas at all. Like Blitz calls him Stolas because simply he doesn't care about the whole royalty. Like, he does generally care about Stolas, but it's not to the extent of sticking with him. That's not like a lot of these like things are just we expected it to be a drama complaint when really it's a comedy. And if you don't find the show funny, you focus on the drama. Which many people who, you know, analyze the show that aren't, you know, totally fine with the comedy and think it's actually kind of funny, don't jive with the fact that the show isn't taking the drama more seriously than, say, I don't know, Invincible, or like a lot more serious dramas, like that weird show, like, because like everyone's so starved for animation dramas that basically don't have any comedy that much in it, that they can't exactly realize, oh yeah, it's still an animated comedy. It's literally in that genre. If you don't jive with comedy, guess what? You might not jive with the show. And if you just bared with the comedy to, you know, get to the drama, guess what? If the drama isn't the focus, it's not gonna be seen as important enough to focus on that you think it should be focused on more. Simply, the drama isn't the focus, it's just there because Lizzie Pop likes drama. And like serious stuff. It isn't there because that was the main focus. That wasn't the goal of the show. The goal of the show was to have another indie show while House and Hotel was being picked up. Because she was still uncertain that Has-Been would either be, you know, self-funded like Helluva Boss is, or as it currently is now, under A2A or whatever. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me why people are so unsatisfied with how the drama is ending up without, like, having the brain thought of, oh yeah, it's still a comedy. Of course it's not focusing on it. It's not so far into the show that the drama overtakes everything else, but it's not, like, too early in the show where the comedy is the main focus. And that's what everyone wants. It to be a drama. yeah, that's my thoughts on the whole hate-dom around Helluva Boss right now. In short, I think it's really dumb. Just really dumb, like, people who, like, sure, they're entitled to their opinion that they don't think the show is as good as it was earlier, and that it does have some serious problems. It does. The tonal issue that does, like, undercut some of the serious moments. Sometimes some of the serious moments don't land because they're not properly built up. And episode 2 was not as good as many other episodes. A lot of the recent episodes haven't been as good. That doesn't change the fact that it's not a drama, so stop expecting, like, Oscar-worthy dialogue or not, like, no tropes at all. Just accept it as what it is. A comedy that has drama, not a drama that has comedy. It's not BoJack Horseman. By the way, I haven't watched BoJack Horseman. I haven't watched it. I know about it. I know that there's a lot of fucked up things in it. But, just to be frank, if you, like, want a drama, go read something like, I don't know, Good Night, Fun, or, you know what? Go watch live action stuff. There's tons of dramas like that. But yeah, it's just really dumb. I personally find a lot of the screaming from Blitz hilarious. It's just really cool to hear Zim as like as Moxie. It's just really cool. And Millie's cool too, and Luna. But in the whole, like, Millie thing, like, it was, like, heavily hinted that they were supposed to be in Helluva Boss, to the point where you saw early versions of Stolas, Blitz, and Moxie, like, Moxie in silhouette, and Blitz in, like, with just different eyes, and, like, Luna with different colors, and very early designs of Stolas, and, like, earlier clips that were already from, like, teases of the Has-Been pilot. Like, to the point, like, people are hating on Helluva Boss so much that they're, like, looking back on Has-Been Hotel is like, was this actually good? And a lot of people are pissed at Disney Pop because of the whole no ads for Has-Been and all the stuff that's happening with at, like, Helluva Boss's episodes and how they're written. Like, sure, probably needs an editor. It probably needs it. But you also don't run the show. And if these are the quality that they find suitable enough for it, guess what? That's the quality you're gonna get. Sure, do you want a show to improve? And they do say that the criticism that they just are having a hard time seeing the actual criticisms that they can fix